Hi, and thanks for joining me on another really special edition of Two Guys and a Lot of Wine. I'm Bobby P.
I am Rocky Hitch.
And boy, are we fortunate to have not only two good friends joining us on the show, but two very accomplished people here in West Hartford. And I've been looking forward to this for some time. And the list of accomplishments is so long and lengthy, I actually had to write this down. So we have my good friend, Mr. Ray Hardman, who was an arts and culture reporter at Connecticut Public Radio, was host of Emmy-nominated CPTV's Where Art Thou?
Yep.
And was also the local voice of Morning Edition, and later on All Things Considered at Connecticut Public Radio. And now, more importantly, he is the founder of The Story of a Life, and we'll get into that shortly. And then, of course, my other dear friend, Miss Kate Hardman, renowned opera singer who has performed at the Met, numerous opera houses across the United States. Not the Met? Which one? The,
Lots of them, but not.
Oh, I thought you were the Met. What's the other one that was in New York?
Well, Juilliard.
Oh, Juilliard. Well, either way, she's performed all over the place, and she's now teaches voice and has just completed a little teaching endeavor in France recently. And we're going to go into that because she's going to be doing that again, and she now teaches voice here in West Hartford. So, and more importantly, Kate's band, The Radiation, 15 years ago, did the opening and closing of Two Guys and a Lot of Wine. So, Ray, thank you. And we are ready to start. So, obviously, Ray, Kate, you're both accomplished singers. You both love wine. We have 3 wines tonight, and I think Rocky's going to talk about the first one shortly. And then we're going to talk about, first, your trip to France, what you're teaching voice-wise, and what you're doing here in West Hartford. So, Rocky, why don't you tell us a little about this, and I'll start the pouring here. What do we have for the first wine?
So this is a wine from Touraine, and Touraine is... So I love Sancerre. It's probably my favorite wine. Sancerre is from a region in Loire. It's probably just about the easternmost region in Loire. And the wines there are incredibly expensive. This is one village over to the west. It's called Touraine. And it is a very similar wine. Sauvignon Blanc, same grape. Typically half the price of Sancerre or less. And sometimes you can really get a Touraine that hits home and comes very close to Sancerre.
And I would like to say, for somebody who speaks really good French, hey, could you read that for us, please?
It's Domaine, Roc de Châteauvieux, Touraine.
Every time we have French wine, we have to have Kate back on the show. So, when you were in France recently, I think that was over the summer, correct?
Yes.
And why don't you tell us a little about that whole trip, how that got started, and what you were involved in?
Well, I was involved in this wonderful program called the Paris Experience, and it was a music program that we did at the mid-June to the beginning of July. A few of my Juilliard colleagues had started up a music program in France, working with this wonderful Dutch couple, and I took 5 of my voice students. I teach voice here in West Hartford, and I took 5 of my voice students, and we went to this incredible chateau about an hour outside of Paris in this little tiny village and called Missy-sur-Yonne, which is Missy on the Yonne River in France, and it was absolutely beautiful, way out in the countryside in this incredible crumbling old chateau that was built in 1760, but it was really incredible. They had just recently redone all the rooms, and it's going to be like a hotel, and those were gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And it was just an incredible experience.
And what type of music were you actually teaching? Was it a wide range of types of?
It was a wide range. I taught opera and musical theater as well, and and contemporary. And we did some concerts in Paris, and we did concerts at this little tiny church in our little commune, our little town, and it was incredible.
And drank some French wine.
And we drank a lot of French wine.
Right?
Yes.
Not the stuff with the sulfites.
Yes. No, a lot of Sancerre. I did.
A lot of Sancerre.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So what do we think of this first little wine here?
All right. If you want my opinion, I think this is fantastic. This was around $13 a bottle. I picked this up at London Shop. Remember we had Kevin Bonsek on about 3 years ago. We filmed in his shop. So I got home from work. There was a wine that I wanted from Maximum Beverage. I didn't have them around over there. So I went into London Shop and I saw Touraine at a really good price, And so I said, let's give it a shot and see how it is. I'm impressed by it.
It's a Sauvignon Blanc, but it's not overly like a Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc, which I can't really stomach anymore. No grass at all. It's really easy to drink, very refreshing.
There's a lot of apricot, a lot of peach, a little bit of orange blossom to it. It's
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I get the peach. I do get the peach.
This is definitely one.
Yeah, this is delicious. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is there a way people could contact you? 'Cause I know you teach voice here in West Hartford. How long have you been doing that?
11 years. I've taught 8 million kids in West Hartford as well as adults. I teach around 11 and up. Middle school and up is generally the age group. But I teach adults as well, and I teach out of my home. And if Facebook private messaging is actually a really effective way to contact me. I'm on Facebook, so.
Just under your name, or do you have like a company name or anything
Nope.
like that? Just
Kate Hardman.
Kate Hardman?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty easy.
Callahan Hardman. Yeah.
That's very easy.
Yeah, it's very easy, and that's actually been really, really effective. And so people contact me that way.
All right, so we have more to talk about Kate tomorrow, but now I'm going to move over to my good friend Ray. And, you know, when I had to write this down, I've known Ray for, 20 years now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I said to myself, I got to write this all down because I'm not going to remember. And just like Johnny Carson, I got to throw it off because I've said everything I could possibly say. So Ray, how are things going now with your new venture? What could you tell people that this involves and what it is that you're doing?
Yeah. So the answer to the first question is this is the best job I've ever had. I love it. This new venture is called The Story of a Life. And just as the title suggests, what I do is I interview on video the matriarch or the patriarch of a family. And what I try to do in this hour conversation is get as many family stories and family history as possible in that hour. We all have families. We all have stories that go with those. And this is a way to preserve those stories on high definition video that the person can have forever. So if you think about it, you know, like I interviewed someone from West Hartford this week. Her family, her children, her grandchildren, later her great-grandchildren, her great-great-grandchildren, and so on, are going to have this, like, living history. They're going to have this record of this woman, and they're going to get to know her in this hour conversation, and they're going to get to hear all of the family stories. So this is something that kind of was born out of my own getting to a certain age and missing my grandparents and thinking, boy, wouldn't it be great if I could just see them and if I could just hear their voice? That would be so comforting to me. This is an opportunity to do that.
And not just see them, but done in a way that's professionally done, so there's some direction as to how their life has gone, not just a hodgepodge of this point. It's sort of a beginning, middle.
Definitely there's a trajectory.
Yeah.
The fun part about this is that the family gets involved because a lot of the questions that I use come from the family. So, like for instance, the person I interviewed this week, they said, ask her about taking meat on a plane. And so she had this long story about how her father used to bring, if they were going on vacation and they were taking a plane, he would wrap up frozen meat in his suitcase, and that she started doing that, and her family just thought that was the funniest thing.
That is very funny, actually.
Yeah, you'll probably get ideas from that.
I go back to Everybody Loves Raymond show whenever Raymond would go to an event. It's just whenever you see meat, you have to get meat, as much meat as you can, even if you have to take it and put it in your pocket. And it's just some people are really particular. They like meat, and it's just they want their own meat. So hey, I'm all for it. Bring your own meat on an airplane.
So you know, I think every family has those stories, and so what this service does gets those stories down on high definition video.
And do you have a website? Yeah, obviously you do have a website also.
Yep, it's rayhardmanmedia.com. And you can contact me at rayhardmanmedia@gmail.com.
Great. And that will take us into our next spot. And I'm going to let Katie
finish this off.
read this because she does this so well. Why don't you tell our audience what we're going to be drinking
Years of French. A Macon.
That's the region it's from, yeah?
It's the Appellation d'Origine Protégée. It's the Paul Henri Lacroix. Sounds so fancy.
I couldn't have done it any better, nor could I even have tried to do it any better because I know nothing.
And if there are any French speakers out there, I'm sorry.
So this is a 2009. Oh, Rocky, we already covered this. So this is a 2019. And this is from the Burgundy region of France. And generally, I don't write the tasting notes down because I want people to decide themselves what they think it tastes like. So I'll hold off before I read what the tasting notes are in this.
So it's from the Burgundy region?
Yes.
But it's not a Burgundy.
And
No, it's from the region. It's a white Burgundy. We don't normally do a lot of white Burgundies on the show. We've had only
I didn't know there were white Burgundy grapes, so there we go. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
The grape's going to be Chardonnay. This is Macon is I think the southernmost region in Burgundy, and they really only do Chardonnay down there. So there should be. I tend to find that these mimic the stuff that you get from California more than any Burgundy does, but it's still not California.
It's got a leathery scent, yeah?
No, it's interesting because I did like the first one, but I think my aversion now to Sauvignon Blancs is starting to take effect even on the French Sauvignon Blancs. Even though I love that first one, this is more what I'm in tune toward now. So I hate to say I'm starting to like Chardonnay because I would shoot myself if that was the case. But this is more of a mild, which is why I was going to read the tasting notes. It's more of a slight citrus apple, a fresh light taste rather than that buttery taste you get with a real heavy-duty Chard. So I find this pretty refreshing.
And I'm tasting this. This is at least 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, 2019.
19.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's got a little bit of age qualities, but see, Burgundy whites you can actually age, and they don't go bad.
It's got a fig. Really, I'm getting a lot of strong.
It's very characteristic from the aging.
And before we even cover anything more about Kate and Ray, I have to put my specs on here. And actually, these are Ray specs because I forgot mine. And I want to compliment Sandy Holland, who's in the audience watching this. I don't know how these look on TV. Whether it makes me look good, I'm not sure. We have a wonderful spread, and I have to read this. So we have red chili crackers. We have a garlic trail mix, dried cherries, which I can see from over here. We have a picante or pecan salami, a tequila ghost pepper salami, a champagne cheddar, a French onion Havarti, honey and sea salt cheddar. Oh my God, this is fantastic.
Yummy.
Sea salt truffle salami, and beef sausages surrounded by whole wheat crackers, Asiago crisps, and garden herb triangles. And nothing tickles my fancy more than garden herb triangles. I even like saying that. So thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Sandy. It's gorgeous.
So I want to jump back to you, Kate, really quick. So you're going. I've heard you just told us before the start of the show that
Yes.
you're going back to France.
Yes,
Fill us in.
where I am doing the program again. I'm going to be on the faculty. We have an incredible faculty. Some of the Connecticut residents, they probably know the names Jolie Rock Brown from UConn. She's an incredible singer and professor. Kenny Overton, who's a great singer. They're going to be on the faculty there, run by Dr. Tiffany Renee Jackson, who's an incredible artistic administrator and singer. She teaches at Hampton University in Georgia and Virginia. I'm sorry. I'm going to be on the voice faculty again, bringing students. So if you're interested, again, you can DM me on Facebook. Actually, you can also email me, kcallahanhardman@yahoo.com. That's my email. Initial K, Callahan, hardman@yahoo.com for any information, but it's going to be an incredible program.
And we'll have some of that stuff up on the
Yeah.
Facebook site too, and YouTube page. And Ray, really quick, I wanted to go back to you again, even if we're going to talk more about this. So obviously you've been doing this for, has it been a couple months now?
Yeah.
A couple months now?
Yeah.
And compared to what your other experience was in broadcasting and radio, how do you like working with just like one person as compared to working with a group like you're in a studio like we are here? In
Yeah.
studio?
Well, I do miss that. I do miss that from my days at Connecticut Public. But I've got to say, I love working by myself. And it's a one-man operation. I go to the person's house because that's kind of part of it. We want to have the person being interviewed in their element. But I have this whole little setup, this lighting scheme, and it's a one-man thing, and I absolutely love it. And then I get to come back and edit it, which I really enjoy. So it's really good. Going back to Katie, though, I just wanted to say, this past summer, after her stint teaching in the countryside was done, we met in Paris, and it was ridiculously hot and crowded. So this year, what I'm going to do is come meet her at her villa, and then do some of the smaller towns. And I think
Yeah.
we're going to really try to explore a lot of different wine regions.
Yeah, we'll bring our teenagers. They'll love that.
Respect. And actually, I think obviously people may or may not know this, but you should by now. Both Katie and Ray are great singers, and Rocky's a great singer too. And I was just wondering, do you guys ever maybe thinking of collaborating into doing like a song or some jamming together?
You never. It's been a long time since I do a guitar duo now, but I was in the band Hat Trick for. I've never talked about this in the what's.
You haven't? No.
Is that I was a singer in the band Hat Trick, and we played all around the state, but it was a cover band. It was nothing,
It's great.
But something I want to point out is that you teach vocal lessons, and I've heard from a lot of people, oh no, you either can sing or you can't sing. There's no point in getting vocal lessons. I can say from my own personal experience, I took vocal lessons for years, and it made a tremendous difference.
Makes a mess.
Tremendous difference. Now, you have to be committed to it. You can't just go to the lesson and not do whatever they're teaching you on the side. But if you're committed to it and you can't sing at all, you can actually learn to sing.
Oh, you can learn to sing.
Voice. You can,
Yes.
you can learn to train the muscles, and it's really rewarding when you finally are able to sing a song that you couldn't sing and hit all the notes and hit all the mid. For me, it was never the highs and the lows. It was always the mids. And when I learned to connect the high and the low in that mid range on certain songs, it used to give me fits. And then I was able to do it.
Yeah.
I highly recommend getting vocal lessons to anybody that's interested in it.
Oh, it's incredible. I have several students who are older. I tend to get, people who finally, have a little time for themselves, and it's one of those things that they've always thought, I always wanted to sing. It's so often with my adults, I had a teacher who in 3rd grade told me to just mouth the words, and that has stuck. It is incredible how this will have stuck with somebody for 40 years. And then they come to me and they're like, I just had to overcome it. And they're these incredibly accomplished people. I have many adults, and they tend to be very accomplished. And, but this was one thing that they wanted to be able to do. And it's incredible how sometimes just shifting how you think about singing, shifting your technique and your breathing, and
You've been doing it long enough now where years have passed. Have any of your own former students ever get in touch with you again to see what they're doing? Have you ever gone on to different things?
Yeah, a lot of them go on to a lot of different things, and most of, a great deal of them come back. Like a lot of my college students, they come back in the summer, and, so it's great.
You ever get all of them together in your house and do like a jam session or an opera session or whatever?
No.
No?
We'll do it in France, though. No, it's great. It's great. And may I, if I can just really quick talk about with Ray's thing too, it's shameless plugging, and I know it's, we're like, talking about this business.
It's West Hartford.
But
Perfectly fine.
this, it's really it's an absolutely beautiful business. One of Ray's test interviews in the beginning was my mother, Callahan, who lives in Bloomfield. And it was so emotional. So I sat in on the interview, and I got to hear my mom's stories, so many of which I'd heard over the years, of course, it's my mother. But hearing them, and she added details, and she talked about relatives that, I'd heard about, but she went into depth on all of these relatives who have long ago passed, and got their names out there and discussed these people. And it was really, I was choked up several times, and I just kept thinking, like, my sons are going to have this to show their children and their grandchildren someday, like, this is my grandmother, in her words, in her face, and the way she speaks. And my mother, when she got done, said she didn't realize the weight she had carried around on her as she's getting older. She's 79. Oh, sorry, Mom, I have revealed your age. As she's getting older, that so many of these relatives, their memory dies with her. And she said, I didn't realize how much that bothered me until I got finished. And she said, I felt so relieved that they're going to carry on.
And I will say that I think another thing that's great about what you're doing, Ray, is what Katie was saying, the emotional aspect of it. But I don't think I think you need an interviewer, a private interview that's maybe a little disconnected, to bring out that kind of more information that if she was just talking to her daughter or somebody from you might not get.
Yeah, you're right. And I think the important thing with having kind of someone who's not invested in the family is when someone tells me a story, I can drill down and say, when was that? Where were you when that happened? What school were you going to when that happened? So the family can actually, do some of their own research. I include when I hand off the video file, and it's on a flash drive, an MP4 file. I also include a PDF of the written transcript of the conversation. So someone can go back, instead of listening through, they can look at the transcript and start doing their own research on their own family.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Really fantastic.
You know what's cool about that too is that you can do this now. We couldn't do that several years ago because when I was a kid, we had one of those cameras that you mount on your, and if you try to watch that footage today, because it's not digital, it just looks like mishmash. Like You can barely tell what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be around. It's going to look exactly the same in 100 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we are now going into a 2015 Bordeaux, and I'm going to let Katie read it again because I got so excited last time. So, Katie, bless us with your French, please.
Marquis de G, Bordeaux. And it's, that's it.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay.
Ooh.
And I will give you a little info. It's a Grand Vin de Bordeaux, Bordeaux, and it was crafted by Vincent Duret for the Nuni family at Chateau Touraine. And why I had to read that, I don't know. You were supposed to read that. I guess that was on the back of the
I know. Oh, it's on the back of the bottle. Sorry. The region I'll be in this summer is known for Chablis. It's in Chaumont, and that's Rocky.
Go.
So we got a little age on this one. We got 10 years on this, and I've been letting it breathe, and I have a little hair. And as usual, I never really had a bad French wine.
Oh, very blackberry, really.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy about it. You get a lot there.
I like I really love smelling the wines first.
And it's a reasonably priced one. You can find this between $14 and $16 locally. Just look around at local wine stores. And like most good French Bordeaux's, it's a drinking wine. I mean,
It really is. I
lovely.
never think about going to the store and getting a Bordeaux.
most people don't. I know they're afraid of it.
I'll
10 years old.
Yeah,
Already
right.
aged for you.
Right. That's really good.
It's lovely.
The thing about aging wine is that you have to do it right because if you store it in an 80-degree cellar, it's during the summertime, it's not going to taste like this. Has clearly been cellared correctly.
Oh, is that right? Yep. It's beautiful, though. It's lovely.
Like, I know, Ray, you're a big whiskey guy, right?
Yeah, I do like whiskey, yeah.
So whiskey's the same. You can just sit, have a conversation with somebody while you're sipping a whiskey. And for me, a good wine is the equivalent of that. I don't even sometimes need food with a good wine.
Yeah.
And this reason I like French wine is because it tends to be on the drier side a lot of times.
Very dry, beautiful.
Very minerally, and you don't always need something. Unlike Italian wine, you usually need something sometimes.
True.
A French wine, we can talk about Three-Eye Atlas, politics, anything you want. And I could just sit there talking for hours. It wouldn't make any difference. Actually, we might even be here when you're watching this show. Three-Eye Atlas might have already came and obliterated the whole world. So hopefully you'll get to see the show. We'll see.
One of our favorite pastimes, actually, is spending time with Bob and hearing about alien theories.
Right. There are a lot of out there, and this is a real one, though. So we'll see what happens.
If the Grays do come down, we should invite them on the show. I'm very curious.
Alcohol brings everybody together, doesn't
What they will
it?
think about our wines.
It brings everybody together.
And Bob, you can give them a bucket of chicken.
Chicken. Oh, okay.
Someday
That's-
Bob needs to
that's
do a
for
story of
another- yeah,
his
that's
life
for
from the
another story.
bucket.
Yeah.
We will cover that someday. I guess since I got to do another 5 years, we will cover that before.
Well,
I think
it's
50 years for WHCI.
spooky season, so we should do it soon.
So what do you think? Thumbs up on this one?
Really good.
Up on all of them.
For the,
All of them. Yeah.
Delicious.
we don't have a best of glass because Rocky forgot the thing. I forgot my
Everything.
So, but we do have the best of cork, don't you? Still got that cork over there?
Yeah, I got a cork.
We got the best in cork.
Make it, this is
So
right.
what are we going to do the best in cork, and then we'll wrap up with some more conversation. What do you think? I'm going to go with the Bordeaux. That's for me. There's no wrong answer. Pick whatever one you think is the best.
I'm going to go with the Touraine.
Oh,
it's gonna be.
The first one is a Chablis. Was that what it was? No.
the first one was the
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc. That was my favorite.
But
All
they're
right, well,
all
you guys don't win
delicious.
That fruitiness just hit me so well. I really enjoyed that.
Did you pick mine?
Mhm.
You picked mine. Rocky, you picked mine?
I like the Loire.
That never happens. My wine usually never is that.
Oh, congratulations, Scott.
Bobby, I read I will pick your wine. That is. So it's a tie.
Okay.
We don't even need the cork. We'll have to crack it in half.
They were all good, so really it's...
They're delicious. This was a nice choice.
Usually
Yeah.
there's one that really isn't the greatest, but these are really all pretty damn good wine.
They're delicious.
Picking it at Sandy's Trail.
Oh,
I'll have to say they all go really well with the cheeses.
Is that
oh, we'll dive into that.
Did you have the hot salami or the hot?
No, because typically hot stuff does
not go. Yeah.
very well with alcohol north of about 5%. So beer, great with hot wings. Wine, typically not so much. The more heat, it just makes the alcohol burn a little bit harder.
Oh, okay. I don't think I knew that.
When you were in France,
Yes.
and you were there for a week when you went to visit her, right?
Yep.
And obviously you had wines, but did you try any other alcohol in France, or did you just stick to wine?
Well, we went to Germany, so.
Oh, we sure did go to
yeah.
Germany. Did you have local beer? Or?
We did have local beer. Yeah, it was really good.
And we had champagne.
We did have German
Yeah.
champagne. or
But we
whatever
but we
they
had
call it.
and we went to a German winery as well in the Rhine Valley.
That's true. Oh yeah, we went on all the
With
wine
our-
bodegas
yep.
are all congregated in this little town, and you just walk from one bodega to the next and do
from
tastings.
wineries. Yep.
Yep.
With our friends Sandra and Jochen, we went to.
And this was all Rhine Valley
Have we ever had
wines.
German sparkling on the show?
Oh,
I think that's called German sect. I don't believe that we have ever had German sparkling wine.
Does that tend to be on the sweeter side?
It depends. It can be, yeah.
Oh, well, Ray, you
that'd be wonderful.
On the sweeter side?
Yeah.
Not all.
Yeah.
It depends on what you buy. But I would love to have a German wine show sometime. I don't think we've ever done that. Have we?
We've done a German show, but it's been so long ago I can't remember. I have to go back in the archive.
Yeah.
I've got to go way back to when Jim was here. But I'm not sure how much time we have left because the clock was not ticking down. So
I'm like,
we are in what's the Bill Murray's movie when
2 minutes.
today.
what's the Bill Murray movie when he keeps waking up with this Groundhog Day?
Oh.
So maybe this hasn't even started yet. Maybe we have to film all over again. So yeah, I just got the notice. It's 2 minutes. Yes, it's 2 minutes. So I want to say once again, guys, we wish you the best for what's. Of course, you've been doing great, Ray. You always do great, whatever you do.
Thank you.
I'm sure this is something that's going to take off because it's something that nobody else has done.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody has done it, hasn't been done around here. Then I'm aware of.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful idea. It's an absolutely
And
beautiful idea.
except for Katie's mom, all of my clients so far have been West Hartford residents. So
It's,
But
yeah.
there's no bias. You can go anywhere.
I'll go anywhere. But yeah.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you
you're-
so much for having
Do your boys
us.
sing at all?
Oh, no.
They don't.
Well, Ben misbehaved at rugby the other day, so the coach made him sing in front of everybody. But he didn't even know what song he sang, but they can sing.
They can't.
Yeah, Jackson
Yeah, they're good
plays.
singers.
You
Jackson.
have to really, I'm asking because
Yeah.
you have the Osmonds. Have the four of you ever gotten together and sang as a group?
Genetics.
No.
It's our dream.
Our youngest, Jack, plays cello.
He plays
and-
Giovanni
And
Solisti.
last Christmas, during the Christmas season, we kind of were goofing around. We
Yeah.
got out the old hymnals and we were doing
He
Christmas.
was doing bass line stuff.
doing Christmas songs, and he was
Yeah.
playing the bass line, and we were singing hard.
Yeah.
It was nice, yeah.
But they're sportsy.
So,
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up with jocks, but
You did.
so once again, guys, thanks. Great show. And I know, Rocky, what do we got coming up next? I think we're going to be doing a Croatian wine show.
Croatia, yeah.
Oh, how fantastic.
All of a sudden become the most popular destination spot. Everybody's going to Croatia.
That's correct.
I've never had a Croatian wine in my life, but apparently someone said he works with has visited there and brought some wine back, and we're going to try it. I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful.
No idea what to expect.
Well, once again, I want to thank Katie, Ray, and of course, always Rocky. Another great show. We've learned a lot, and I wish you guys both the best.
Thank you.
And until next time, keep all of us in your wine cellar.